The following are properties, original work, creations, and ideas of Kelebogile Sehoa. The ElementRings brand includes, but is not limited to, the ElementRings Pty Ltd company, the ElementRings script, comic book or manga script, characters, movie script, ElementRings merchandise, and Negu brand. All rights claimed and reserved by Kelebogile Sehoa. Hello and welcome. My name is Kelebogile Sehoa and I'm the author of this story. To be honest, I'm nervous and excited at the same time. More than anything, I'm happy that I'm finally doing this. All I've ever wanted was to share one of the greatest stories of all time with the entire world. For those who are angry at me, this will fix everything. Before I get started, I want you all to know that no matter how crazy this will get, I did not take any drugs while writing this story. And finally, I need you all to expand your imaginations, as that will help make this more exciting. Here goes. The name of this story is ElementRings, or ElementRings, and it focuses on Botlokwa. He is a 12-year-old boy who's part of a family of 5. The other members are his father, who goes by the name of Zakes, his beautiful mother, who's named Matlohonolo. There's also Tlalefang, the middle child, who is 9 years old, and the last born, 6-year-old Otlalefile. The family has 3 boys. The year is 2005, at the end of the long Easter holiday on a Monday. The time is 14:30. The place, South Africa, in a semi-developed village called Gapodu, which is situated in Botlokwa in the province of Limpopo. Botlale and his family were preparing themselves to leave for Pheli, which is located in the city of Pretoria in the province of Gauteng. They were visiting his paternal grandparents, Zeki and Eliza. Botlale's grandparents were sad that the long weekend had come to an end. So too were the boys. They loved being in Botlokwa with their grandparents. Zakes, their father, was outside loading the last of their luggage into the car. The time for his family to head home had arrived. Botlale exits the house with the voices of everybody else in the distance. He wanted to get away from all the noise, so he made his way to his dad's car. Now Zakes' car is a classic, and it turned heads everywhere it drove. As Botlale was walking towards the car, he had his phone to his ear trying to call his friend. As the phone rang, Botlale softly said, "Pick up, Tisetso, pick up." Unfortunately, Tisetso didn't answer his phone, so Botlale thought, "I'll just text him." The text read, "Dude, this is so you. Anyway, I'm about to leave my grandparents' house and head back home. I've got some news you are going to like." The text ended with 3 grinning emojis. The rest of the family exits the house and heads to the car as well. Eliza's eyes start tearing up and she says, "I can't believe it's already time for you boys to leave." Tlalefang and Zeki hug each other. "I'm going to miss you boys," said their grandfather. "We are going to miss you too, Grandpa," Tlalefang said. Otlalefile hugs Eliza and says, "Bye-bye, Granny. I promise we'll come back to visit. The next time will be for the school holidays, so it will be longer." Their grandma replied, "I'd love that, my boy. Travel safely." Suddenly, Otlalefile starts to sob. Eliza notices this and hugs him a bit tighter to comfort him. By this time, Botlale had entered the car and he poked his head out the window and said, "Last one in is a rotten egg." This causes Tlalefang and Otlalefile to hurry into the car. Matlohonolo softly but sternly says, "Don't hurt yourself or each other, please." From inside the car, the boys say, "Whatever you say, mother." Zakes and Matlohonolo also say their goodbyes. Zeki hugs Matlohonolo and says, "Le sepele habotse makoti." Now, for those who don't know or understand Sepedi, Le sepele habotse makoti means travel safely, daughter-in-law. Matlohonolo smiles after this. Eliza hugs Zakes, and as she was about to say something, Zakes interjects and says, I know, Mom, I'll drive safely and with extra focus. Eliza knew there was nothing else to say except, call us when you get home. Everyone had said their goodbyes, so Matlohonolo and Zakes enter the car. After sitting down, Matlohonolo turns to look at the boys in the back seat and says, Otlalifile, I know you don't want to leave, but we have to. You guys have school tomorrow. Otlalifile understood the importance of school. Tlalifan decides to tease his little brother. He laughs and says, and he was about to cry. Botlale returns the favor and says, look who's talking. The whole family laughs, while Zakes looks at his children with the rearview mirror and smiles. He starts the car and begins to drive off and exits the yard. He sounds the car hooter to signal one last goodbye, and his parents wave their hands until the car disappears into the distance. As they were waving goodbye, Zeki thinks, I love how they love this place. It is their home after all. Eliza looks at Zeki and sees how happy he is. This makes her smile and blush, and then she says, I bet you love how rooted those boys are. As soon as Zeki hears what his wife said, he freaks out and says, oh crap, I forgot to tell the kids about our family history. Don't you worry, they'll be back. You can count on it, says Eliza, who was heading back into the house. And that's the end of the first of many. I don't want to overwhelm myself or you, the listeners. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, please use the comment section. I will attend to them. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next release.